I bet. We make it. We make it. I ain't gonna back out you. We're not gonna lose, so I ain't worried about it.
How eager are you for this second matchup?
Yeah, very eager. Trying to go out and get a win. That's the biggest goal they got us last time, and just ready to go out there and compete. And like I said, biggest thing is trying to find a way to get that win.
Where does Jamar rank amongst the receivers you've gone against in your career?
Yeah, he's definitely a top 5 receiver. I'll say he's a real good receiver, great after the catch, with the ball in his hands, and he's their go-to guy over there. So he's definitely top 5.
What makes him so dangerous when he has the ball in his hands? I mean, I've heard people compare him to like a running back, sort of how he's built. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, he's an athletic build, and he's just got speed on him. And I don't know, makes guys miss and able to get into that end zone and gain yardage for his guys. So, like, a real good player, like I said, with the ball in his hands.
You guys have kind of had their numbers on Chase, big interception return, bad game for him. Why do you think you guys match up well against the receivers?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think that that's a big shout out to AB and those guys and getting the right guys in here. I mean, they selected guys to match up with guys in our division, and I think they did a good job with selecting us to come in and take away guys like that and give them their best matchup compared to other guys that may go against them in the league.
Is Joe Burrow playing better now than when you've seen him in other years? And if so, why do you think that is?
I think Joe's always been playing well. Joe's a great quarterback, and he's continued to play well, and the numbers are showing that for him. And like I say he's a great quarterback, and he's going to present a challenge for us.
Martin suffering a concussion. Just how do you feel about that? Have you given him any advice or anything like that?
Yeah, I just told him just to take care of his health, take care of his head. Don't rush it. Whenever he's ready, come back, and we'll be waiting on him. And we're gonna try to hold it down for him while he's out, if he's out. But we'll see.
If he's not able to go, just what have you seen from Miles and Cam, especially this last game?
Yeah, Cam first, he's been doing a great job. Stepped in, there was no drop off at all. And Miles, he's getting more reps and coming in. He's doing well. And I think he's going to continue to get better with more reps under his belt.
So how do you approach it when you know a guy like Chase is going to get as many targets as he does? It feels like even if he's double covered, Joe still throws in the ball. So how do you kind of approach that aspect of it?
I approach it. You put me on him. I want all those targets that he's going to get. So as many targets as he get, I'm going to get those targets and just able to make plays on the ball and help the team as the best way as I can. So that's how I approach it.
Even if they're moving him all over the place and they throw those hitches, and you just want to be following wherever.
Yeah, ideally I like to be wherever the ball is at. But I mean, yeah, he's a guy they're going to move all the way around, and we just got to keep an eye on him and stay good in our communication and depending on what we're in and making sure that we could take him out as best way as we can.
Considering the competitive nature you guys have had with the Bengals the last couple of years, how fun would it be just to wreck their season on Sunday?
Oh, it's gonna be real fun. Like our biggest goal though is getting that win, but if it's taking them out, then hey, that's what has to happen. So that's how we go approach it and go from there.
Kind of off of that one, I mean, you talk about the rivalry between you guys and the Steelers, but you and the Bengals, the AFC North rivalry too. How have you seen that kind of grow over the years that you have been here?
Yeah, I think it's definitely grown. Just trash talk and just the competitiveness out there on the field. It's going to be a fight every time we out there, and we ready for it. Like we look forward to games like these, division games, and it's going to be fun.
Denzel, you took one back 99 on them a couple of years ago. There, where does that play rank for you?
I think that play ranks #1 for me. Honestly, that was big for me. I feel like, and after that, I ended up getting a big contract. So I can't complain with great timing on that play. So I think it's up there at #1 right now for me.
Denzel, obviously for you guys, the defense played pretty well this past weekend. How much can you guys sort of use these last 3 to sort of build some momentum for that group going into the offseason, trying to kind of set the stage for 2025?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, just trying to finish strong and continue to lay that foundation. Like we continue to build a culture around here, and we got to get on a winning mark and become a winning team. So continue to finish strong and play hard and fight to the end is going to be our goal.
What do you think the impact of Jameis going to the bench and Dorian starting to have on you guys as a team and you guys as a defense?
Jameis, he's still a leader for our team. You see him out there always in the middle of the huddle talking to us, and so we still following behind him, as well as Dorian But on the defensive side of the ball, we just got to continue to do our job and help those guys out as best as we can.
Do you have any bets going with Cedric this week?
I don't think he don't want to bet. Ohio State, they go win it, man. I'm telling you, they go win it. They go win it all. They go take it a game at a time first, and beat Tennessee. But no bets at the moment. But I'm gonna go talk to him probably after this.
What's your final score prediction?
Final score prediction. I'm gonna say 28 Ohio State to 14 Tennessee.
Denzel, what's your prediction on the SMU Penn State game?
The who?
SMU Penn State.
I don't even care about that game. Thank you, guys. Huh? I didn't even get a chance to see it yet. They said y'all seen the link show, so I didn't watch it. Well, how was it? Y'all like I said, it's good. All right. Yeah. I gotta check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
Ball security.
Jameis, not surprisingly, we heard you took the news at like a pro. What does your role become now going forward?
Serving his team as I was. It's not in the role that I was serving the team.
What do you expect from DTR?
I expect him to go out there and do an amazing job. He's a great player, young guy. He's curious, and he's excited for his opportunity to go out there and lead this team.
Dorian said that he was learning a lot from you, and that he's going to take that with him on Sunday. What has maybe some of those conversations been like as you've been playing and also trying to like coach and mentor him for this opportunity?
Him just understanding like what does a schedule look like? You know, what is he doing on a day-to-day basis, and how he's taking that in the film room and applying it out there on the field. Dorian is very bright, and like I said, he's curious, so he's definitely going to take advantage of this opportunity. So I'm excited for him.
James, I know obviously you like to have a lot of those picks back, but you know there were some bright moments. You know, if this does happen to be the last time you start this season, what do you make of your 7 starts? And do you think you showed enough, maybe not only to Cleveland, but maybe to other organizations?
Yeah,
you deserve to be a starter.
No, I definitely feel like I showed enough that I am capable of being a starter in this league. However, there are some things that it's important for me to get fixed and to get addressed so that I can be the player that I desire to be in this football league. But no, it was fun. It was a fun ride. But what's most important right now is that the ride, it continues. Even if my show stops, like the team show still goes on, and I'm still going to be an instrumental part in help leading this team to some success.
And James, just obviously the quarterback change, it changed how you felt. You said a couple weeks ago you wanted to return that, but possibly open a return to Cleveland. Does that change anything?
Oh, no. What's important is us finishing the season strong, me getting behind Dorian and encouraging him to take advantage of this opportunity that he has now.
So not all quarterbacks have this attitude after they've been benched. What is it about your makeup that wants you to support Dorian like you do?
Well, the biggest thing is I'm content with the highs, and I'm content with the lows. But I'm never satisfied. Like, am I satisfied? Of course not. But that has more to do with me than to do with the organization or any other decision that people have made. I'm going to continue to pursue, and I hope that another team or this team gives me an opportunity to show what I'm capable of. And I'm just going to keep getting better. I'm a man of faith, so I know that all things work together for those who love the Lord. So I know like this is just another. I would say speed bump in my process, but it's something that I can control, so that's the beautiful thing.
Was it still difficult to take the news, though, Jameis?
It's challenging anytime you're a competitor. But like I said, the most important thing is being the same guy every single day, despite the circumstances, conditions, and facts. Do I like it? Of course not. Like I know I'm a starting quarterback in this league. However, what you may say, you have to go out there and produce, and you got to get wins for your team. You got to have elite ball security, and you have to do what's required to be that starting quarterback.
Have you had any preliminary discussion with front office about potentially coming back?
No, we haven't had any discussion to that point. Like I said, like what's most important is us focusing on these next 3 games and making the most of it.
Jameis, when you had this discussion with Kevin about sitting down, did you give your input in terms of what you think should happen? Did you say maybe it's time to turn this over to Dorian?
I think the conversation between me and Coach Stefanski was very professional and very forward thinking, and I'm, like I say, my role now is to serve DTR and help him be as best as he can be.
As you left the stadium on Sunday, did you feel like this was the probable move, or did you feel like there's still a chance for you to start this week?
I'm always going to every week preparing to be the guy. So nothing changed as far as that loss or getting sat down during the game. Nothing changed from my process there. I just received information on yesterday. Yeah.
Dorian's career stat is 1 touchdown, 7 interceptions. So how do you impart any wisdom about elite ball security to him?
Well, I think that is something that has been preached over the course of the last few weeks, especially, and I know he's very coachable. So I believe that Ken and Coach Stefanski are going to put a great plan together to allow him to execute at a high level. I know that he's going to be on top of his reads. I know that he's going to be able to do some exciting things with his legs, and I know that he's going to give us a great chance to get this win.
James, Kevin really stressed for Dorian having a week of practice as the #1 guy. Obviously, you've done that a ton of times. How much difference does that make, having that week as a starter versus being summoned off the bench?
I think it's very important because of the preparation of getting timing together with the guys, having great communication with the offensive linemen, being able to get you some of the checks that you get week in and week out. So I'm definitely excited for him to get that experience. You know, he had some of that last year, but as a rookie quarterback, you know, things go fast. I think with me being able to help him kind of slow down that process and kind of just let him know, like, hey, like, let's focus on this and let everything else get behind us.
Jameis, just knowing how much you are hard on yourself about those interceptions and wanting to change that, like, is it difficult for you, I guess, knowing that you threw a couple or a few this last game and now they went to somebody else? Like, how do you handle that?
Well, in terms of the interception piece, like, man, I'm dismissing that because I know that's one thing that I'm going to get better at, and I have to if I want to continue to do what I love. So I think the most the thing that gets me is, like, I really enjoy competing with my teammates, and for me to be in that role and to not play well enough to be back in that back seat, like, that's just, like, any competitor don't want that, you know, and I don't want that. But what I do want is to continue to show these guys what resilience looks like, continue to show these guys what perseverance looks like, and continue to show these guys that I am who I am, like, regardless of the circumstances, conditions. In fact, like, I still have unwavering faith. I'm still gonna come to work excited and ready to go because this opportunity is unique, and I will take full advantage of this opportunity that I have now.
Jameis, how do you feel about the fact that you were able to come in, step in there, throw for all the yards that you threw for, revive the offense, get Jerry Jeudy, you know, so many yards that he's under Pro Bowl consideration. You know, just the snow globe game, snow angels, just the fun and the joy that you brought to this football team.
Yeah, you know, that's what I do it for, and I know I'm capable of bringing that fun and that joy, and I know I'm capable of transitioning the paradigm shift of an organization. What I am going to continue to focus on and build upon is my ability to consistently do that, consistently have that fun without lows, eliminate all the lows, eliminate all the negatives that are in my game. And literally, my game, there's only one negative that's in my game. So that's something, again, that I can control. That's something that I will continue to build upon. And but outside of that, man, I'm going to be room for my boys and being ready and staying ready, so I don't have to get ready. All right, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry.
He's good.
What's up, everybody?
How are you?
I'm good.
Now, what you're reacting to being named the starter?
I mean, super excited, obviously, finally getting another opportunity at this thing, and just happy to be up there. to be able to get a full week of reps of practice and then go out there in the game and lead these boys the right way. So.
Dorian, what do you think you're better at today than a year ago at this time?
From a year ago at this time, a whole lot. Didn't know much coming into this thing about being a quarterback at a high level, and getting to see guys like Joe, PJ, Deshaun, and now Jameis go in there and do his thing. Being able to take all these experiences and put them into one is kind of the player I'm making myself into today.
What do you want this week of work to look like with a full week of prep for a start?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing as when I got the full week of reps versus Steelers. Go in there, get the guys in and out the huddle, get to my right checks, get the guys in and out the right plays, get guys lined up, and really do things operationally to get guys in the right spot. So that's kind of the focus on the week, not trying to make it bigger than what it is, or make the decision bigger than what that is, just going out there and doing my job.
Dorian, does it help that, I mean, you came in and got significant playing time the first time you guys played Cincinnati. How much does that help as you prepare to start against them this time around?
Yeah, you get some familiarity. Obviously, when you're playing a divisional opponent, this is now my 4th time breaking them down already in my 2 years. So, you know, there's a lot of familiarity, especially with the scheme. They have the same defense coordinator, so pretty much same group of guys on defense, core guys. So, you know, just trying to go over my old notes as well as just, you know, watching up on what they do next.
What do you think, what would you say that Jameis brought to this football team in the 7 starts that he just accomplished?
Everything you'd ask for in a guy coming off the bench, ready to lead this team. Energy, leadership, all the things I just talked about, what I'm trying to do this week of operationally wise, getting guys lined up and making sure we're in and out of the huddle and in the right plays. Just all those little detail things, I think, is what he done really well over these past 7 weeks.
You and Kevin, 2 years now here, how much more comfortable are you under center? You didn't do much at UCLA, right?
Surprisingly, yeah, we did a little bit more than people expected at UCLA, and then I've come from a very balanced system in high school where we did a lot of under center. It's really just a center quarterback exchange, which we work every day, and making sure that I'm good with Poe. And being able to get the snap and everything like that. Other than that, there's not much else to it from being under center to gun. Maybe a longer drop, but that's about it.
You and Kevin have stressed the importance of having a week of practice as a starter. What are the most valuable things about having that week running, you know, the number 1 offense?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one quarterback out there for a reason, and that guy needs all the reps he can get, whether it's timing, the footwork of things, the snap of the motions, just all the things that it takes to, like I said, the operational things can really help you at ease when it comes to throwing the ball and being in the right spot if everything around you is not a headache or a chaos.
That being said, how big is having a week worth of prep to know you're the starter for you to have the best game possible?
Yeah, I think for any quarterback, you want to feel pretty confident going into Sunday with all the reps. And so, you know, now this is my time to show that this is what I needed, and that, you know, I can't just be up here talking about needing reps and then get them on and go out there and lay an egg. So really got to take advantage of this week, take every walkthrough, every meeting, every part of the week serious as I can, and really try to make sure I'm as prepared and comfortable as possible come Sundays.
What has it been like for you to see Sed kind of come into his own, especially over the second half of the season? And what would it mean if he's able to get back out there for you, just knowing the history you guys have?
Yeah, answer your first question, it's amazing to see his progression, especially when Jameis got in there and started feeding him the rock. Not only did, you know, the outside world see, but people internally in this building saw what he can do, and that he's a big asset for us offensively. Both in the run game and in the pass game. And for him to finally understand what we need him as, being both a blocker and a big body receiver, I think it's helped him a long way. And then answer your second question, I mean, if I can get 19 out there, you know, that's like bread and butter. It's clockwork. I already know what spots he's going to be in. He knows where the ball is going to be at. So it'll definitely make my job a lot easier.
Dorian, can you think about if you were nervous, how nervous you might have been before that Steelers start compared to how it might be different here now that you had a few times?
Yeah, I think just from who I am as a player, I always get the little jitterbugs throughout the week or whatever it is. I like being in big moments and big games. And as a quarterback, I love the ball being in my hands when it counts. So that's kind of what drives me. But in terms of just being nervous from then to now, obviously I'm a lot more comfortable with it now. Just getting my way around the building, knowing the guys, knowing how to talk to the guys, and kind of running things operationally like I've been talking about, as well as just going out there and playing my game. Don't have to do anything extra. Count on my feet when I can. And then other than that, just going through my reads and trusting what I see. So.
When you played in Denver last year, did you feel like you were finding a rhythm before you got the concussion?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know we had a little mix-up on the two-point conversion with Amari. That kind of stalled us a little bit, but I felt like really picking up some good gains in that game, watching the tape again, and just trying to build off of that. Not trying to go back to, earlier this season with the Bengals and how I started that game, just trying to go in here with like I said, a full week's worth of reps and taking advantage of those. So.
Are you under the impression this is a week-to-week thing, and just what is your approach for these final 3 games?
Yeah, I'm focusing on the Bengals, that nickel scheme, that base scheme, and trying to break down that coverage right now. I'm not worried about anything other than this week. So
are you trying to recapture the swing thoughts you had from the Denver game, because that was a pretty extended time you were playing?
I try not to think about it like that. Like I said, I just try and watch the tape and grade myself as hard as I can to see what I can improve on. And other than that, like I said, I'm focused on the Bengals. So.
I know you said yesterday Jameis has sort of taught you a lot, you've learned a lot from him. What has your relationship sort of been like? Just how you guys have developed that sort of chemistry and friendship since you got the building this spring?
Yeah, I think, since he's gotten here, I had met Jameis when he's come through UCLA, my college days. I met him when he was at New Orleans. I took a top 30 visit there, and he chopped it up with me in the weight room when he didn't have to. So I think just from then on out, it's kind of always felt like an older to little brother relationship. And that's what it's been since he's been here. Like I said, the leadership qualities that he has, I've always admired, and now I've gotten to see it 24/7 and kind of use it a little bit in my own personality. And definitely the tips and tricks he's taught me along the way, which I can't spoil, but he's definitely helped me out a lot for sure.
The stop and go nature of the way you had to play for 2 years here. Do you have to guard against being overly anxious in a game? Do you have to compose yourself a little bit?
No. Just like you said, when kind of your leash is kind of short. Every play matters, and so I know that. It's not like I'm in here walking on eggshells, or playing conservative, but I know that I have to get this team up and down the field, and it starts with the first play, and it ends with the last, and we're trying to end with a kick every drive. So that's the biggest thing is, like I said, getting guys in and out the huddle, showing coach that I can run this offense operationally, and then protecting the ball. Ball security is job security, and making sure that the other team doesn't touch it is probably my main concern.
Dorian, I was going to follow up on that real quick about the ball security thing. Obviously, interceptions were a big issue with Jameis, and you've thrown some interceptions. Your TD to interception isn't what you would want it to be now.
Not even close.
So my question is, how do you go out there and play the kind of ball that you want to play while also not worrying about throwing an interception?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, it starts today. It started this morning. We got the install, and I got to make sure I'm very tedious in knowing exactly the intent of the play, who we're trying to get the ball to, and if he is not there or the second guy, I need to have an exit plan. I need to be able to get the ball out of my hand, whether that's out of bounds, down at somebody's feet, or past the line of scrimmage, or like I said earlier, using these legs. So that's really my main focus, is knowing the intent of the play and then having an exit plan if things don't go right. So.
You talked about your relationship with Jameis. What have those conversations been like since you found out you were the starter, and how has he encouraged you in this role?
Yeah, just whether I've watched all the tape in the world from this year or I watched 2 minutes of tape from this year, we're going to break down whatever I need to get ready for this game. And like I said, we're going to meet extra tonight as the quarterback room just to make sure I'm good on everything from today. But
really any question or any answer I need, if he doesn't have it, he'll go find it for me. So that's a tremendous help for me.
It's a hard spot, obviously, to get benched as a starting quarterback and then turn around and be in a role to support you. So what does that just say about him and the kind of person he is there supporting you?
I mean, normally I'd have to say I see it every day and you guys don't too, but I think you guys get to see it every day as well. That's just who Jameis is. I like to think that's who everybody in the quarterback is, including myself. Since I've been here, we've always been like that. No matter who is in the room, I think it's just the guys that they bring in here and the personalities and backgrounds they come from. Because I haven't ran into any single problems that some guys have had being in the league with different quarterback rooms and guys not liking each other. I haven't had that problem. So that's more of a credit to the people upstairs and the people they bring in here. So.
Do you feel last one? These last games are a chance for you to sort of audition yourself to potentially be the starting quarterback for this team?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And best believe we're trying to take full advantage of it too. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna try and win these games. Like I said, not trying to look big picture, just taking it one play at a time. Focusing on my 1-2, the outlet. If it's in the run game, seeing the shell of the defense. If we got a check on, getting to the right check, like just making it as simple as possible so that way when the game comes and the bullets are flying, my eyes are in the right spots. I'm not looking at the whole field. I'm looking at just one side and moving on from there. And then after that, they got to be able to deal with these legs. So I know what these can do, and we're going to have to use them when we can. So.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, guys.